Let's play co-op with Nioh 2.
This is all Neos to me.
Oh, now I have to shut down the stream.
Nice.
So
We
here,
gotta do our dances.
that's right, Mike and I are here before we get ready to go into a battle. Getting our hot spring on.
Yeah.
We're in that episode of the anime where everyone goes to the hot spring.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
So yeah,
We're about to fight a boss.
Yeah, if you joined us last week, we kind of went through some of the. I showed off the character creator portion of this, and we walked through some of the initial missions. This is later on. We're now in the. Well, this is the second section, but you said you've gotten to the third, correct?
All right. Let's see what we can do here.
I'm very curious. You said you got into the third section of the game, right, Mike?
I have unlocked it. I have not done anything in it yet, though.
Okay. Get us magicked up here.
Oh my god, I have to fight both my friends.
That's why I said this is going to be interesting.
What the? How did... Whoop. Oop. That is... I pressed the counter button, thank you. That's great. Alright, let's try that again.
Yeah, you made this a lot harder than you by being.
Well, the game didn't really indicate that I could bring a friend or side with somebody.
Well, when you talk to what's his face, he's like, "Hey, aren't you gonna choose one of them to help out?" Somebody circled their way through the dialogue. Oh
Look,
boy.
I don't understand Japanese.
So yeah, so we're showing off one of the submissions. We'll tackle some other stuff as we go, but yeah, I mean this is then hard to say. I'm not sure because I haven't gone far enough ahead to see. I'm sure there's stuff out there that tells you exactly how many missions, whatever there are total. I think in the first game there was 4 areas or 5. I can't remember now. I guess technically 5. Lots of different. Well, yeah, 5 areas and maybe
The cup
6.
is up, by the way.
Anyways,
My cup is up to you two right now.
that's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm probably about halfway through the game. Been going through clearing all the submissions and main missions. Just like in the first one, if you want to join someone's game for what we're doing here, you have to have completed the mission first. So if I were to launch this exact same mission and try to invite Mike, he couldn't join me because he hasn't completed it. I mean, like, they made some parts about joining it easier, but that's still one that, I don't know. I guess I kind of understand, but at the same time, like, feels unnecessary. I mean, like, if you're worried about story spoilers or anything like that, then just your friend doesn't have to join you, you know?
Get out of our hot spring.
Hot spring is for real ones only. We're just gonna bathe next to his corpse. It's fine.
Washing his blood.
That's right. It's just a little dirty. It's still good. It's still good. You want to grab a third rando for this?
Why not? These are fake people.
Yeah, so in Dark Souls lock, they you or in Bloodborne and stuff like that, you could
Hmm.
leave messages right for people and people would rate them and then you'd get stuff. Here you actually leave like little marker stones, and the marker stones then can be invoked, and it gets the person something if for using it. Um, Hold on. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting because we've got this.
And is it how many co-op? Up to 3?
Up to 3, yeah. So you can do
Nice.
2 cups. And bring in 2 friends, or you can bring in a friend and then a random. But you can't summon 2 randoms.
Got it.
Alright, and it's bad times for you. They leave, so the Righteous Jasper that they drop is the item that you use to drop your own Phantom into a mission, and again, like, if people use it and it gets used a lot, then you get rewards for it.
I love that.
Yeah, I think that's a much better system than, like, let me just leave a comment here or whatever, right?
Hmm.
Like,
A little
you
more
do.
active with the asynchronous co-op
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So let's hit that other side mission here,
Sure.
just because we're both completionists about this. We're not moving
yeah.
on until we've cleared out. I think I just have this last one, the Viper and the Butterfly.
Okay, that's not too bad. The next campaign mission is a little
A little more fun.
Little
more
saucy.
fun. Right, okay. This one. Yeah, this definitely, I was saying to Mike, I mean, compared to the beginning of the game, this definitely gets meaner and more difficult, which is certainly the case. Like, in the first one, the further you progress, the more difficult things got. But also, like, difficult in ways that it's, like, definitely feels like, they're because these are set missions and they're set level designs and they're not designed to necessarily be interconnected in the same way that you might think of a Dark Souls game or a Bloodborne game, kind of, right?
Yeah.
With the way those stuff is paced, it feels like they're better. Well, not better spot, but it feels like they can do
Tuned?
more as
Are they
far as.
tuned better?
Well, they're tuned just to be like, we can make this really mean. Like, we can just make this absolutely the meanest stuff ever because,
It might be a side mission for loot versus like a vital critical path in the game.
right. And certainly a lot of the side missions, like in the first one, a lot of the side missions got ridiculous. Like, and
Yeah,
then,
they're absurd.
I'm sure later on it goes to the same thing where you had to fight 2 bosses at the same time, and a lot of those were like you had to fight 2 bosses at the same time solo, and it was just like knuckle, whitening excitement, but at the same time just
The cup has been up.
but one of those things too where it's just like, yeah, you can never see this in a Dark Souls game. I mean, to the same degree, right? Like Dark Souls, yes, the later ones added, you're gonna fight 3 bosses at once, but you could always have a chance to summon and stuff like that. But again, since these are distinct missions where they can kind of control those factors, it's like, okay, have fun with this 2-on-1 boss fight,
Right.
But I mean, again, I'm loving this. I still, like, part of the reason why I loved the first game was the whole loot drop mechanic, and it's you're doing
Hello,
the same
Snake
thing.
Lady.
Nope. Hi.
Ooh, nasty.
I'm here. I'm ready to fight.
Always.
Sorry, I just had a good headshot on her with the hand cannon, so I took it.
What do I want to prepare here? Alright, so what are we fighting? Yeah, that's good, that's good. Steel. Let's do that. Okay. Alright. Ready my jutsu magic. So yeah, any questions, feel free to ask away, Locke, or anything that you see pop up in the
Yeah,
chat.
I'm just liking like it's such a fast game. It's the different stances. What are the new weapons?
So this is the Switchglaive.
Okay, you had me at Switch.
It's basically trick weapon from Bloodborne.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Right, because you got Scythe, you got this thing, and then you got the collapsed version, so yeah.
Nice. I'm liking it.
And then there's the dual hatchets are the other one.
Well, that's fun.
Which has the interesting mechanic of being able to...
Oh, here's a buddy. Well, let's give him the Sudama dance. He didn't like that.
Hold on, wait, let's see.
Was there ranged weapons in the first one? I can't remember.
Oh, good, you found a wizard.
Yep. You're welcome.
Okay. And
that's a new yokai. Sorry, yeah, that's a new yokai that wasn't in the first one.
I like it. It's like
sorry.
a watcher.
What was the question that you're going to ask? About?
Oh, just with the equipping of, I don't remember the name, but the spirit.
Yes.
Your spirits.
The guardians.
The guardian spirits.
Guardians, yeah. Did they change anything with that stuff?
Oh, he didn't like that.
It's so they did do oh, you're dead. Okay.
I was still in the menu when I tried to dodge, so I died.
Yeah.
And let's. I actually hate the. As good as the gestures are in this game, I hate the way they're done. Because
the menus, yeah.
There's a lot of times when there's a specific enemy that will pop out of a chest and you have to do the same emote it did back at it, but there are like 30 emotes and you have to scroll around this tiny little grid to find them.
Oh, good lord.
And if you take too long to hunt for it, it just tries to kill you.
So the difference is this time with the Guardian Spirit.
Cups back up.
Okay, I'll show this off real quick. Is just like the first one. Eventually, you can equip two at once, and then the second one that you equip, you'll get some portion of its like there's a little symbol next to what you get for having that one equipped as your secondary. But what's new is, so you notice that they see some of these say Phantom, they say Brute, they say Feral. So when you actually go and use your spirit, rather than it just embodying your weapon or going into your weapon, you entirely change. Like you change into a yokai that has different appearances, and it's one of the things that you can customize at the start of what you look like. But each one of these Phantom, Brute, and Feral have their own moveset and their own ways of countering. So now, like, you remember in the first game, like, there are certain moves that you just had to dodge, like you couldn't block them, right?
Yes.
Those same moves you can now counter, but the way that you counter changes depending on whether or not you're Brute, Phantom, or Feral. So Brute is, like, the second you see it happen, and you'll see it here as we fight them, like, the enemy goes, has like a little red flash. So the second that you see it with the Brute, you use your attack so that you can stop it. With a Phantom, you have to wait until it hits you, or it's just about to hit you, and you parry, basically, like you hit it and so it parries. With a feral, you have like a little dash, so you actually move through the enemy, and if you move through them, then it stops it. Um,
That's cool.
so yeah, so
Did
each
you
one.
connect to me yet?
No, no, I'm here showing something off real quick for Locke's question. The second thing is that now there's also these soul cores that you can put inside of each one of your guardian spirits, and each one of these soul cores, they have different abilities. You get them from the yokai that you defeat, and they have different attunement costs, so that you can, like the amount that you can put in depends. So this one has 7, so I could only do another 7. 17.
Right.
So it all kind of varies around. So yeah, so you have a lot more now. Basically, you have more loot to get with your guardian spirits than you did before.
That's wicked.
Yeah, I like the changes. I mean, the those same soul cores actually also give you secondary abilities, which you'll see here in a second when when I use them. So those are also good because against yokai, so like the key bar, like the stamina bar of yokai, like as you're attacking them, they have like the red health bar and then the purple bar underneath.
Hmm.
When the purple bar gets drained, that's when you can attack them and stagger them for a period of time, and then um, you did the right gesture.
Oh yeah, I did the 2 wrong ones.
Hot spring. So they have the red bar that's their life, and then the purple bar. When the purple bar drains all the way, your attacks will stagger them. Otherwise, they don't care, and they'll just like shrug off whatever you do. So the yokai abilities that you have, which I'm going to hold down R2 real quick so you can see. So up in the top left, then you see the PlayStation controller symbols. So triangle, square, and circle. Circle is my counter. Triangle and square are the 2 different yokai abilities. So I have to wait for those to charge up. But once they do, and I use them, excuse me.
Do we want to go cleanse that demon realm down there before we go forward?
That's the way forward.
Oh,
Cleanse
okay.
it. Cleanse it.
So
That guy looks friendly.
oh man, there's a bunch of bad stuff over here.
Yep. And a Tengu? Jesus.
Tengu are the worst.
Do we want to try and pull the Cyclops back to the area by the temple?
Actually, that area that he's in is the best place to fight him.
Give him a hand cannon to the face then.
Alright. That's actually a better idea. Defeated.
Nice.
Prey slaughtered.
Oh, here's this guy. Alright, yeah, let's kill him.
Humanity restored.
I hate those Biwa guys. There's a shortcut ladder you can kick down.
One sec.
So that thing that I just killed, the little monk-looking guy playing an instrument. If you remember those from the first game, they're the ones who summon the revenant. So like anytime there's a revenant and you get near it, like it automatically pops up rather than you having to interact with it.
Right.
Alright, and there's an enemy over here too. So those things are always bad. Particularly because usually like they're near places where there's going to be a bunch of player deaths.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we probably want to run past the Tengu and fight him on the other side.
Okay.
so we're not near edges of cliffs where we could fall down. So there was my counter move.
Nice. That's awesome.
These guys are the worst. Fucking Tengus.
I always hate the Tengus.
And they made them look like Skeksis, and that makes me so mad. That's already terrifying. They're already terrifying. Alright. I guess jump down. So we unlocked a shortcut to later in the level. That's
Yeah.
weird.
I mean, we could just go there and take it, but...
Oh, it's
It's
do the demon realm. These are new.
yeah,
I think.
I didn't know that before. I don't think there's a way to shoot him. Alright, whatever.
You can see our demon.
Demon horns.
You gonna do the ninja roll? This guy. I forgot it only works if you're not locked on, or if you are locked on. Oh well. I don't use it nearly as often as Jason.
Sneak, sneak, sneak. So yeah, so here, like, you know, there's those pools that yokai used to leave in the first game that were like, it decreased your key recovery and let them recover theirs. Now they have whole areas that are basically that.
Jeez.
This dude's hanging out, just looking at me while I shoot him in the face. Hey, remember that area we were in before? It's still terrible, but less terrible now. Man, we brought everything in. Okay.
Oh boy, I gotta get out of this puddle. Jesus.
So yeah,
Sick
there was,
tornado.
that's one of the yokai abilities. And they can still leave those key puddles. Oh, so there we go. So I just picked up a soul core, and yeah, they can still use those little puddles even in the dark realm.
There was a box back here too.
Loot, 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 loot. So yeah, so not only is it like already your key recovery's down, it's like let's add to it even further.
When you defeat the yokai, you gotta rub his nose in his puddle.
Show him what he did.
Yeah.
So there's always one enemy in those yokai realms, the dark realms,
That controls it.
and
Right.
once it's defeated, the whole thing goes away. But what's interesting too is like basically any yokai that are still left in the realm have their ki depleted. So
Okay. You get their debuff, basically.
yeah, and also any enemies that are specifically
This is that shortcut we unlocked earlier.
yeah, any enemies that are in that realm don't come back.
Oh.
So once the realm gets cleaned, then that's it. So that's kind of nice.
Nice.
So you might go through it and you're just like, man, this sucks, but then with that knowledge of, okay, I don't have to do this again.
Yeah, we'll just take the easy way out with her.
Use lightning on the water snake lady. Alright. And then we're at the end of this mission up ahead.
Oh, finally got a new Switchglaive style.
Whenever you
Huh,
see...
gee, I wonder if anything bad happened here.
Yeah, right? All the glowing red graves.
Let's see what killed them. Revenants. Revenants. Okay, well. It's not a revenant, that's Snake Lady.
And this is something else that this game can do that isn't in Dark Souls, which is we're just going to have enemy combat arenas.
Oh, right. Yeah, because it's a loot game, it can afford to be a little more arcadey in that sense.
Yeah.
You know, sacrifice a bit of the, I don't know,
Oh,
atmosphere for it.
He's dead. Here's the good news. Human opponents in this game still are a joke.
That's okay.
okay, we'll do this. Show this off.
Now's the time, pretty much.
Just check out an elephant.
This guy's having a really bad day.
Yeah, no kidding. You guys are bullying him.
What's that, Simpson, stop! He's already dead!
Stop, yeah. We did, gotta do a... Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah. Alright.
That's teamwork, Holmes.
Now we gotta actually really end the stream there because I don't even know how many times we've tried to do that.
The double, nice.
And I'm in a cutscene anyway.
So yeah, we should do an expedition because that's something different this time around.
Okay.
I'll put that up.
What's an expedition?
So, basically, custom match, create room, specify mission. Let's see. slot and friends.
I'll join you momentarily.
Sure.
Is this just done through the Torii gate like the other co-op?
Yeah, so it's still going through missions that you've cleared and stuff that you've done. The only difference here is the deaths aren't like, it's not like you leave the game. So there's actually like a little life bar kind of thing, and that's set to bring people back. And you can so it's a little bit more like, and I think there might be some changes to it from the way that's normally presented. I can't remember if there's something else that's done with it, but I think the big thing is basically go back through and replay stuff, but now you have to kind of like work together rather than like hosting someone, right? It's sort of, if one person goes down, you have to run over and try and revive them, and
Right.
as long as like one person's alive during a boss battle, then the game's not over, and that kind of stuff. I'll be right back while Mike's sorting through stuff. Hold on.
How's the fashion, Mike?
The fashion is good. You can make any of your stuff look like other stuff, which is always nice.
It's always a good feature.
Let's see. Where I'm just fucking with my soul cores. Oh my goodness. Let's go with what I had.
All right, back. It's Mike here.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I am random encounters, friends.
Not random encounters, expedition.
Yep. Expedition. So, custom match then? Search. There we go. Hey look, a room.
The other nice thing actually with this is it lets you choose Twilight missions that you've cleared, which normally they're on a cycle that you have to kind of wait for. But if there's a Twilight, well, I guess actually I should say this: if the Twilight mission is up, it lets you choose it. Alright, Mike's here. Let's go ahead
I am ready.
and hop in. Yeah, I think it's mainly basically it's, yeah. So they'll show you here the little load screen. There's the assist gauge, and so it goes down every time a player dies, and you can revive someone or they can self-revive, but if they self-revive then it depletes it more, and if you get them up then it refills it some. There's still
Oh, it's this map.
random
It's this
people that come back.
Is it just this mission?
Yeah.
Alright.
Enhance radar.
I cut his head off.
Gruesome.
Big yikes.
I wonder if you're able to interact with stuff this time. Like, can you try and open this door?
I can interact with this visitor.
Okay, yeah. So okay, there's another good benefit is normally, as a guest in a game, you cannot do anything with like interacting with anything.
Mm.
And so it's always like annoying. Cause like I'll come across a corpse or whatever, and I can't do stuff with it. And Mike's like, "What are you doing over there?" And I'm like, "There's a thing here."
Yeah.
So, something else new is there's now yokai weapons that are really good against basically human opponents, and then there's weapons with purification that generally are good against yokai.
I suppose I can use a different weapon for a little bit. I love that switchglaive so much, though.
Man, I can switch to hatchets. Why don't I do that?
Yeah, alright, let me pick a yokai weapon out. Equipment.
Let's see, where's... nope, 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 nope. Yeah, otherwise everything's back from the first game, so axes, odachi, swords, tonfas, dual
Nice.
swords, spears, all that kind of stuff. Oh, the skills this time around though, so it's actually it levels up based off of the weapon that you have equipped. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it's specific to each. So there's a skill tree associated with each of the different weapons. So if you want to advance in any of those, you have to use those weapons in order to unlock new skills and stuff like that. And so here, if I look at the hatchets tree, so each basically weapon tree looks the same as this.
Right. Right.
Even the ninjutsu and like magic trees are the same thing. So you'll, as you use stuff, you get points to toss in. Got a big F off hammer there.
Yeah, you like my big boy hammer?
Yeah. You ready to use your big boy hammer against the big boy?
Nice.
Yeah.
Purify my impure weapon.
Alright, let's do it. Whoop. There we go, I died. No, I've actually never used the hammer before, so I had no idea how to, Alright.
Actually, use my switchblade against this guy.
That's
There we
dope.
go. That's a new yokai, the Ippon Datra.
I'm gonna get off this hammer. I can't.
Can't handle
I
it.
can't. No, it's not the level I thought it was.
It's too slow.
No, it was level 20.
Oh, yes, that's not good.
There. Now I will bring my yokai weapon, switchglaive.
So what if you had a melee weapon that you could also just
Kodama.
toss? You're infinitely returning hatchets.
And you have the shitty heal poison over here.
Oh yeah.
You're standing in the poison gas, your heals are like 25% effective.
You're stinky.
Stinky boy.
And enemies detect you more or something, I don't know.
Something like that.
Because you're all stinky and they're like, hey, what's that stinky thing?
Yep.
I don't like it.
Yep,
Let's go. Let's kill it.
So I am into these purple axes.
This is actually there's some slight changes in the. Oh, there's some big changes actually in the enemy
If you hit the
encounter.
rock. Oh.
Okay, so yeah, this is different.
Oh, really? That's not gonna work?
That's not gonna work.
Does
I mean,
the
you
green
can
gas
break
mean
the.
anything?
Yeah, it reduces your healing.
Okay. Can you do anything about it?
You can blow up this rock that's right over here.
Gotcha. Oof. Right in the kisser. Nice shot, dude. Let's see the rock.
How about a monkey yokai?
Yo, I'm into this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice counter.
Oh, here's something new too.
Scampus!
Is that like Krampus?
Come join us, kitty.
Should be a shrine right here. Yes.
There's...
Nice. Got the old kitty. She rolls around again. So drop the oars. Nice. Did you just use magic there, Jason?
Yeah, my little thunder shot thing. Yep.
Nice.
I'm a magic user. It does definitely. I mean, they have weapons that now that scale. Like they had this in the first game. Like there was ninjutsu. Like the.
It's like the item-based one, right?
Well, the Kusari Gama was like if you're a ninja, then that's the weapon because it's scaled off of it.
Yeah.
Here, then the Switchglaive scales off of magic, so they kind of have some better options for.
That's cool. For that type of build.
Yeah. Here's another new enemy. Look at that big, hefty boy.
He's a big old gross boy.
Yeah, I had a lot of... Okay, that is not nice one bit. A lot of fun testing out different builds in the first one. It was, obviously you needed to farm equipment and that can be annoying, but just, yeah. Moving from a giant tank that spun to win, did the spin to win with the giant hammer, and then going to like a dual sword or a single sword. It was fun just hopping between that if you had the gear for it.
Well, and of course, always one of the better ways to get equipment is just find a revenant that has a bunch of purple gear on.
Yeah, fight him. I don't know. I in games where you're allowed to do builds and stuff, Monster Hunter is another good example. I don't. It's not that I get bored of a build or a way to play. It's just I don't want to take the easiest route to winning.
Yeah.
And I want, does that
Whoa,
make
whoa,
sense? Like,
whoa, whoa!
I want to futz around with stupid stuff all the time. Usually if it looks cool.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, they still have the
Don't
things
step
where
on the panel.
they have.
But,
Oh wait, we should. Well, yeah, we should just keep moving. There's special items where you can reset your, allotted points and stuff like
hmm
that.
hmm
Our friend
Nice
stepped on the panel.
headshots. Boom, boom, boom.
This is gonna be annoying.
I remember those guys.
There's a guy off to the left here, if I remember.
Ooh, that dude took it in the teeth. And all this stuff you're picking up is for crafting, right? Most of it?
A lot of it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like in the first game, basically anything that's rare or below, might as well sell, and anything that's purple, dismantle, so you get the mats for
good
crafting
goods,
later. Yeah.
Nice.
Although crafting, like I was telling Mike, I was like, because there's that chance of what quality of item, crafting is always one of those. Might as well wait until you're close to the end of the game, because that's when you get the blacksmith leveled up enough that she actually
You can do things that are useful.
Yeah.
Gotcha. He busted his spear? Oh, he's just unconscious. Gotcha.
Yeah. Fortunately, he doesn't count towards our little meter thing.
He's tired.
Sleepy boy.
Mm-hmm.
Monkey.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the dweller though.
Yeah. Monkey saw ya.
Everybody's mad now. Alright, yeah, go NPC. I don't care.
Uh-oh.
Alright, back up.
Oh, that was close. Yeah, give me that soul core. Yummy, yummy.
Rocks off to the right. The back.
Okay. It's a Yoki in here. Get up, buddy. There we go. Treasure chest. Yeah, and you always get more
Nice.
than you possibly need, but
Right.
yeah, I mean, otherwise, I mean, you still have Kadama that you find, that you get blessings from shrines. I mean, again, it's very much, it's not like a update to the first game in the sense of like, oh, this is just
More of
1.75
those.
or something like
Right,
that,
right.
right? Like there's enough changes that it feels pretty significant.
Significant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool, and that skill tree looks pretty tasty as well.
Yeah, it's nice having a melee weapon that you can throw like that. Like,
Hmm.
it's so useful, especially like in situations like this where you're playing with other people because they're up close and you can be at a distance. Oop. Uh, Messy fight. Alright,
Open the
up the
shortcut.
Yep, because it's always worth it.
But the boss is this way.
And yeah, I think like the soul cores and the yokai abilities also add just a different level that makes it
Yeah, it
a
looks
little bit
really
more
pretty.
tactical than it was in the other game. Cause
Right. Yeah, I like those different counters and stuff. The different variables.
look for the like half ledge that the enemy's near, so you can drop down on top of them.
Whoa! He juked that!
Yeah, he did.
I've never seen him do that.
Oh, nice.
I threw kunai at him. It was like, why not?
Yep. Always pull out all the tricks. Hey, buddy. You're welcome.
And of course, you pal around with Nobunaga.
Yes.
Oh, of course. Right, right, right.
At your service. Mission completed. We did it!
You did
Huzzah.
it. Nice work.
So yeah, I imagine this then just takes us back to the lobby so we can go ahead and do it all again with a
Pick
different
another,
mission.
yeah.
So it's good to have like a continual co-op session this time around for these things, as opposed to
Yeah.
like cup is up.
Yeah.
Cup. That's the name of the stream. Cup is up.
Cup is up.
I filled the
Jeez.
cup.
2 samurais, 1 cup. Is that
Yeah, so you can
a
continue or
thing?
abandon. And go back in, choose a different mission again. Oh. Oh, is this the way for... Yeah, okay. Yeah, so again, anything that Mike hasn't done, I can't select.
Mm-hmm.
Which is unfortunate.
I'm sorry, I haven't had as much time to play.
Never apologize for that.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean,
Love it.
That's
Thanks
Nioh
for showing
too.
that.
Yeah.
You would especially love this lock, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I really love the first one.
Yeah, I think everything. Like I think I got. Jason could probably tell me how far I got in the first game. There was this like ice butterfly lady.
Oof. Yeah. Okay. So that
Yeah.
was
That's probably around the middle.
no. That was actually like 3/4.
Oh, okay.
I think, because I think it. Yeah, you pretty much went and yeah, you did Nobunaga not soon after that, and then the final mission.
Gotcha. So yeah, I got most of the way through the first one, and I never finished it, and I'm kind of bummed about that. But this one is, in pretty much every way, at least a little bit better, which is pretty cool. If
Nice.
you ask me.
Yeah, I think the improvements like because again I think the action of the first one was solid enough like so there wasn't much that needed to change there. Most of what it was some of the stuff around like the edges more or less. That was like okay,
Hmm.
like adding just a little bit more variety of things, you know, um, and which this does with the yokai abilities and the yokai shift and stuff like that, and make it a little bit more active for some of this stuff, which is cool. So yeah, that's more Neo 2. Thanks, folks, for tuning in. Thanks for joining us, Locke.
Oh, love it. My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And we will be back next week with something. We'll see kind of how stuff goes. I mean, it's
We'll find
interesting
something.
times right now, and it was already kind of be a little bit of a slump with some co-op releases, but I think it's been a little bit more down lately. But we'll see how it turns out and see what we got. So
Yep.
thanks, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and
Don't go outside.
yeah, stay in.
Online co-op is a great way to practice social distancing.
That's right.
We will see you next week for. Well, this just keeps taking screenshots instead of bringing this up. I have 20 screenshots now of the same damn thing. Anyways, thanks everyone. We'll catch you next time.